them up tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I am the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well,
guys, this is just a couple of hours of a little bit of mud. I'm going to show you it was like 50 times worse than this, but because, you know, 20 kilometers back home at, you know, 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, most of the mud has come off. But yeah, you really need to invest in a pressure washer. Now, you know, the other side looked just like this earlier, but you know, now, as you can see, nice and clean. I've still got to go actually underneath and up behind here. There's still mud falling off the back, but yeah, I'll be doing a more thorough pressure clean underneath. But yeah, for the wheel arches, that's, you know, that's still got to go. It's actually up inside, so I need to get a bit lower for that, and I'm not going to do that with the camera on, obviously. But you know, as you can see, just here, there's a lump of mud that's come off the bottom, and there's heaps all around it. So yeah, so don't want to get the pressure cleaner too close to the car, but you know, far enough to be effective. So, and with guys, with, you know, most pressure washers, especially those at commercial, you know, operating stations, you don't want to get too close to the paintwork, really. Use your best judgment, you know. Just on this area here, there's I've got some spray on vinyl, so I don't want to get too close because the pressure washer will take vinyl off, as I've said. We'll say, you know, later in the video. So yeah, you just want to, you know, you can get it under the wheel arches. You know, there's quite a lot of mud there, so it will take a fair bit of pressure to get it off. Much easier this way than with, you know, by hand. Just a pain in the ass. I like to get, you know, behind both differentials and all, like above both beam axles. On the Range Rover, there's, you know, this, I've got air springs, so which are, you know, so they got a thorough clean all round. I'm particularly meticulous there because obviously, you know, if you let mud dry on rubber, it will dry the rubber out and it will just crack. And of course, they're air springs; they'll just, you know, become weak and pop. So the last thing you want to do is pop a spring on one of these. They get quite expensive. You can see, but what I'll do is I'll get underneath. I've got a big sheet that I'll lay and just lay at the side, and just, you know, if there's any big clumps underneath, I'll obviously get rid of those up around the fuel tank and stuff like that. So yeah, so well worth investing in a high pressure cleaner. Now you know, there's spots where you don't want to get too close. Obviously if you've got like underneath the headlights there, the green part, that's actually plastic and that's all painted, and the pressure cleaner, if you get it too close, will take the paint off. But up against metal, it's normally, you know, it bonds, so yeah, it's pretty good. But it's well worth it, you know. And you know, don't let, if you can help it, don't let the mud dry. See, I still need to do a second clean in there. It's not really completely finished, so yeah, I need to be a little bit more precise in there. So I highly recommend you know, getting a high pressure cleaner there. A couple of $100 at the most. So yeah, and you know, it's my wheel to actually spray on vinyl, believe it or not, and the pressure cleaner hasn't taken the vinyl off, so it's pretty good. Although I was, you know, a little bit careful. One of the nuts has suffered a bit, but that's all right. I'll just respray it. It'll take 2 minutes, but you know, obviously I need to get a sponge, some soapy water on this now. I'm just finish it off, but yeah, you know, if you're off-roading, you know, I've noticed that some off-roaders, they get their car covered in mud and they leave it on like a badge of honour, you know, and yeah, I guess you know, you can't always clean it off immediately, but there's a few guys, you know, that drive around this town, they get a bit of mud on their cars and they do drive around like a badge of honour, like, oh my god, look at me, you know, I'm a serious off-roader. But you know, that just doesn't cut it for me, to be honest. So yeah, I'll give her a thorough cleaning. Not, you know, I mean, as you can see, the paint it's a bit faded, and you can see this black strip is actually spray on vinyl down here. I'll get a sponge, soap, you know, bucket of soapy water and give that a good go. The pressure cleaner can't get, you know, get it all off, because I don't want to go right up close, because the pressure cleaner will just rip that off. So yeah, so we'll be a little bit more delicate with that. Anyway guys, yeah, so you know, off-road, if you can get muddy, and you know, sand as well, you know, I mean, it's winter here, and you know, most of our off-roading is on sand. There are a couple of areas where I've been today. I'll actually chuck a couple of pictures up of the muddy ruts, and it's, well, you know, obviously this area that I went to is actually behind the sand dunes, which is quite amazing really, considering it's thick mud. You know, unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, so that's cleaning, you know, high pressure cleaning mud off. It really is a must, you know. You let it dry and it bakes on hard, and then you've got all sorts of problems. You know, you really have. And you know, no one wants to chip away at mud. I mean, I've seen cars with the bull bar, you know, full of mud and the wheels. You know, if you just leave it like that, they're never the same. So I just chucked a couple of pictures in just to show, you know, this is just, I just parked up just to, you know, take a quick couple of pics. The ruts actually here are fairly deep. And yeah, the mud's like really thick and glutinous, and it's really slippery, like majorly slippery. And it was that slippery I couldn't actually climb out of the ruts, so I actually had to reverse back. I probably come about a kilometre up in these, and I had to reverse all the way back simply because I just could not climb out of the ruts. And that's not because my tyres aren't aggressive enough, it's just so bloody slippery. Okay guys, that's me done, but Shauna's back on Wednesday, and we'll be up for some shenanigans this weekend, so might get a cooking review on the new barbecue. So stay tuned and stay safe, and we'll catch you next time. See you guys. Bye.
Soldier, choosing your battles. Make yourself up and dust yourself up and back in the saddle. You're in the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's everywhere getting